When did you know like glass was going to be your career? Did you just know right away and that's you kind of...
I mean, yeah, I think so. Like, I never even thought about it that way, to be honest with you. I just I like it a lot. I think this material is like one of the coolest materials to mess around with. So and there's so many rabbit holes you can go into and things like that. So like, I don't know. I don't even know if I still think about it as like a career thing. I just I love making glass and that's all I care about. You know, that's really it. I don't obviously sometimes when you have to make money from it and all, you have to sort of look at it from a career perspective, but I don't know.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I love making glass.
Just, yeah, I totally understand what you mean.
Welcome to Robertson Stash. Season 5 is brought to you by WNC CBD. Empowered by Puffco.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Robertson Stash. Today we are sitting down with Renzo Ferruzo. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well, thank you.
The young prodigy, your name, the talk of the town. I've been hearing your name.
So?
Yeah, no,
I'm trying my best, man.
You have some impressive work, man. I was checking out your page last night, and very, very beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
So, can you tell who is Renzo Ferruzo?
Damn, that's a loaded question.
Are you? Where are you from, and how did you first get into glass?
I was born in Peru.
Oh,
and we moved to the States when I was like a year old.
Okay.
And then, you just kind of grow up, go to school, go to college, and then I just found myself when I was in college, I was just really dissatisfied with how my life was going.
What were you taking?
I never even made it past the general studies courses. I dropped
really?
out my sophomore year, right at the beginning of the second semester, I think. And then it was literally just I was faced with the choice of do I want $100,000 in debt or maybe try something that I feel in my heart is I feel a pull, so why ignore it?
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that was pretty much it. That was the catalyst for me.
What state were you going to school in?
I was going to Virginia Tech for
Virginia
a little while.
Tech, okay.
Yeah. Just middle of nowhere.
Did you have any art background before you went to college?
No, I'd always generally been a little creative though. I mean, I guess I took photography classes in high school and stuff, but not anything crazy.
Hands-on sculpture, none of that?
I liked woodworking. I liked taking photos, but nothing that I've never dove into a craft as hard as I've done glass making for sure.
So how did you find glass? You dropped out of college.
I mean, I was, I liked smoking weed and shit when I was younger and stuff. I still do, obviously, but I was collecting a lot of these pipes, and then I was well, somebody's making these,
Yeah.
And then I just I ended up just watching a bunch of glass blowing videos, and then when I reached the point of dropping out of school, I was watching more glass blowing videos than I was actually going to class. So I was what am I doing?
Yeah.
I gotta go. This is not working for me.
That's where your interests were.
Yeah.
So what kind of videos were online at that time? Was it what year are we talking here?
This is I've only been blowing glass 4.5 years.
4.5 years. Okay.
So I would say a lot of Dustin Revere's stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's for I guess the pipe centric stuff, but there's Cesare, all these old videos on the Corning library, I feel the rabbit holes are kind of endless with that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 years ago there's a lot more than there was 20 years ago.
Yeah. The wealth of information was already super vast.
That's awesome. So were you just did you buy a torch? How did you get your first torch?
Yeah, I was just I didn't buy my first torch till I moved out here. It just happened to be that my older brother and his girlfriend were moving out here, and then I just sort of took the plunge because I was well, everybody in Colorado is making pipes, so this has to be the place to go and do it. you know,
With no experience, you just
no. It was kind of I was like fully ready to gamble.
Bold move.
Yeah, but
That's awesome.
I don't know. I like to consider it more of an honest move because I was just like, again, like I have nothing to lose here, you know.
Yeah.
So I just kind of took the plunge. And then I took a class from my friend Sam up in Georgetown.
Okay.
He's got this, like, do you know
Clear
Sam?
Creek?
Yeah. That was like the first place I ever touched.
That's when I think we all met for the first time. It was with Sam, and we were shredding Loveland, I think.
With Jakey and Nico.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
So you hooked up with Sam, and he kind of got you started?
Yeah.
Nice.
I paid him for like a lesson, and then I think after that lesson, I was pretty hooked. I was like, I need to buy a torch, and then, you know, things sort of materialized from there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What? So then, you took a class there? How did you end up at the portal?
I was doing like the home shop thing for a long time. Or I guess long time sounds kind of far out.
8 months, dude, of my 4-year career. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're working at home.
Oh my! Anytime I say a long time, all my friends are like, "Fuck you, dude." But sorry, what was the question? I totally lost.
The question was, how did you get your first torch? Maybe or wait?
No. How did I get to the portal?
To the portal.
So I was, you know, doing the home shop thing for a while, and then I was like getting ready to leave this house I was working at. I was living and working there, and then I hit up my friend Nick Glastro.
Okay.
And he needed some help, like just working at the studio, and he's also like a member of the portal. Mm-hmm. So I started working for him, and then like some time later, a bench spot opened up, and I was like the guy for that, I guess.
Nice.
They all wanted me in there. I hung around for like a year though before I like got my bench spot there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
I want to say like a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago?
Like yeah.
Nice. How you liking it at the portal?
I love it. It's a nice tight knit group.
Yeah.
There's more stuff. The like equipment for days, you know,
totally.
Everything I could ever want.
Coons has his whole production corner.
Yeah. Coons has his mad scientist corner.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Definitely.
So when did you know like glass was going to be your career? Did you just know right away, and that's you kind of?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I never even thought about it that way, to be honest with you. I just I like it a lot. I think this material is like one of the coolest materials to mess around with. So and there's so many rabbit holes you can go into and things like that. So I don't know. I don't even know if I still think about it as like a career thing. I just I love making glass, and that's all I care about. You know? That's really it. I don't obviously sometimes when you have to make money from it and all, you have to sort of look at it from a career perspective, but I don't know.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I love making glass.
I totally understand what you mean. It's like never-ending exploration.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I'm sure you can relate to this.
Yeah.
You know, it's did you think about it as a career thing? When did that switch for you?
You know, not really. I saw it as this challenge that I wanted to learn this material.
Right.
It wasn't really a career when I was going to this school to do animation, and then I switched last minute, and because I saw them blowing glass in there.
Oh, really? And that was furnace?
That was furnace glass, yep.
Wait, so what was your introduction to flame working then?
I moved out to Eugene, Oregon, and thought I could pay the bills off of goblets and bowls, and that just was not the case. So I started getting into boro, and I was sleeving dichroic glass and getting paid by the inch, and then I kind of got into pipes after that.
Paid by the inch?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
I was just sleeving dichroic tubing and clear and learning the material. And then I started getting into some artistic pipes, and then the next thing, just kind of blossomed.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you ever? Let's see here. What was the biggest mental hurdle you had to overcome in your early years, which is still these years, but
sure, yeah.
For instance, paying your rent and stuff. Did you have to do some production to kind of like
yeah, I
balance.
did like the production stuff for a little while. I mean, I've always like for the majority of like my glass career, I've kept like other income coming in.
Okay, like non-glass related.
Yeah,
so
like
you have
whether
a
it
side
be like
job.
yeah, whatever, I think like generally these days I'm working at a hot shop because I'm like really interested in learning like furnace glass making now. So it's like I was mentioning before, it's just like, the barrier to entry to glass making is so expensive that like if I can fill a void and like helping someone, I'd much rather just learn that way.
Totally.
And then also like I think when I find myself like we're in like much different career spaces, I'm still like in the I feel like beginning stages of what this is. So like I'm not trying too hard to like derive like a full income from it or anything like that. I feel like getting caught up in chasing money too much can like definitely dictate where I go with this thing,
Totally.
So like in the interest of just making good glass, I feel like basically anything I make is just extra stuff on top of what I make, like working another job.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I try not to like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
that
try
gives
to
you
let
some
it,
creative freedom
exactly.
when you're in the shop.
Yeah. I think that's how I make my best work. It's
Totally.
like just
you're
being
not pressured into like making something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I take commissions. I do like things like that.
Yeah.
If they're like, I will say I have heavy input in what the commission is. I'm not gonna like. It's usually like whatever. It's like you can choose from these designs, maybe like some color input, things like that. But I still want like creative control of what's going on.
Yeah. It's your name on it.
Right. And then if not, I feel like I'm kind of losing myself to like, the dollar or whatever, and I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How would you describe your style? Do you have like a style or are you kind of exploring everything right now?
I think I definitely have a style. I don't know how to put a name on it though. Other than like, I think it's just me, I think like, I think I've taken inspiration. Like I've taken classes from Yushin. I've taken classes from other folks. I think watching them work has like definitely given me inspiration, but I think a lot of it is just like, what do I want to see made? Mm-hmm. And that's like the only answer I'm trying to.
I like your goblets. I was seeing some of your cups on your page. It seems like kind of like Italian influenced almost a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I have deep respect for that kind of glass making. Sure.
Nice. Do you do those offhand too?
Yeah. Those are all by hand.
Oh, definitely. Nice. Not on a lathe.
No.
Oh, cool. Do you work on the lathe at all?
Yeah, for sure. Like for my like technical recycler making and things like that. Yeah. I definitely got to use the lathe for some moves. I feel like some like, when you're weeks in on patterns, faceting, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I have something that can just like remove a lot of like the, not variables necessarily, but like I can just keep Bunsen's going, keep things warm, keep things happy.
Yeah.
And I'm not stressing out too hard.
Yeah, burning all your energy, trying to keep that.
I think there is like a misconception that like the lathe makes things like, if you just have a lathe, you can,
Yeah, go take a smoke break
no,
and come back.
Like,
I'll be made.
Jump on a lathe and then get back to me, I don't think it's like, I definitely don't think it makes it like a whole lot easier. I just think it lets you like breathe for a sec.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So who were some of your early influences when you were just starting out? Like you mentioned, who was it?
Yushin.
Oh, Yushin. Okay.
Yeah. Yush is the man.
Yeah.
I appreciate him a lot. My friend Ryan, Vibe Glass. He's like another like really, I remember really him.
He was out in Boulder before, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's in Denver these days.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, there's too many to name, but I like. And I like a lot of Italian people like Cesare, Simone Crestani. Mm-hmm. All like, again, it's hard for me to like pinpoint it because I love so many different kinds of glass. I feel like I just like pull inspiration from everyone,
What do you enjoy making the most right now?
Right now, it's been goblets because it's like I've been so like on the lathe making like really technical scientific stuff that like just getting back to the total basics. It's just like some diamond shears, jacks in your hands. That's all you get.
Like in the hot shop goblets?
No. Just like like flame working goblets.
Nice.
Yeah. I just think they're really tricky.
Yeah,
like
they are
super duper hard to do. Like working thin. So.
And how do you flare them open or do you like cut them afterwards?
No. Like I try to do everything in the flame. I feel like that's like.
That's tricky.
It may be a little bit pretentious, but I feel like that's like the most Italian way of doing it. So like.
Yeah.
Just to show respect and like
Do you have rollers and that's
yeah, the rollers are really good for that. Definitely helps keep things straight.
Yeah, I gotta use mine more.
Yeah.
What was the first piece that you were really like, wow, this is, was there like a pivotal piece that you made?
Yeah, definitely.
Which one was that?
If you go back on my Instagram, there's one that's like, it's this piece that I made for like a really good collector of mine. And it's like this Neutronium and Telemagenta piece that I cut it up. That was like the first time I had fully faceted a piece, did a whole gem on it. Like I'd never put like a gem on like the forceps or whatever, just kind of slap it on and hope it like lands really good. And that was like the first piece that I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I like rarely ever surprised myself that way, but I was like, this feels really, really good.
Nice.
I remember I was just like, yeah. I left the shop like Sammy Lyons works to my left and he was there when I finished it. And like, we just like high-fived each other. He was like, sick. Good for you, bro. It was so sick.
Those are good moments.
That's like, I'll never forget that moment. Definitely.
Nice. So that's in the home of a collector now? That piece?
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool. Is there any areas of glass that you would like to improve in right now? Like what's your,
absolutely.
What's next for you? Like, what do you think? Do you do much fuming?
No, I don't do much fuming. I think like finding ways to develop narrative in what I'm doing. Like I feel like I love bothering people with this like craft versus art conversation. I think it's like, ultimately I think there's no right answer, and it's sort of like whatever applies to whoever's answering the question kind of thing. But I would like to figure out ways to like maybe tell a story, but I feel like I have to live a little bit more life before that. So I think that's like the general...
Tell a story. I like that.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes like pipes can be like a bit of a limiting canvas, but I think if approached from like a different perspective, it could open up to like, you can tell stories and things like that.
Sure.
Like,
yeah. It gives it like another layer.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, like one of the people I look up to most is like Jenkins Glass.
Mm-hmm. I love like, his work.
Yeah. I mean, like that is just packed with narrative. I feel like I feel like I can kind of get a story from when I look at what he makes,
Yeah.
So that's always like pretty exciting. Yeah, I would like to move more in that direction.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but
Yeah. Do you use your sketchbook at all? Do you write down?
I have like an iPad and I use Procreate. That's like, I usually like, I'll render out like for collabs. I have like, like a blank diagram that I send people, and then it just has like all the dimensions and stuff. So like
nice.
Patterns can be made to size and things like that. But yeah, I need to use it for more like artistic stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they're helpful. I mean,
definitely. I mean, do you use any, like, how do you go about?
I like to use pen and paper. Yeah. Just like scribble things and I'll refine them, but just even like ideas
for
like
sure.
sentences or just like little sketches.
Sometimes my ideas though are like a bit too advanced for like my drawing capabilities.
Yeah.
So like the Procreate stuff is really good because it's got like the drawing assist and like I can make like really nice curves, things like that.
Yeah, I got that on my iPad and I think I started using it and then it's just so many options. Like Definitely. I need to take like a course to...
I mean, go on YouTube. There's like a bunch of like tutorials on how to do like all sorts of stuff with that.
Yeah.
My brother's girlfriend is like a tattoo artist or among a bunch of other things. She's like a ceramicist, all sorts of stuff. But she's the one that put me onto that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, my buddy Vince will use it for his logos and stuff too. You can zoom right in and like do detail work.
Right. Yeah. Super helpful tool.
So from your perspective, what is the glass scene like out there right now? Is it tough and struggling, or is it getting kind of out of the dip? Are we worried about the economy? What are the kids?
I think this is just like a symptom of like, declining dollar. I mean, if you want to, you could extrapolate this so far if you wanted to. I think it's just like I don't know. I think it's like, I'm trying to like come up with a good way to answer this.
Because you kind of came in right at like, there was like a bit of a peak about 5 years ago.
I would argue probably the worst of it.
Yeah.
Like things are like on an upturn, but I don't know. I try not to measure things in that way.
Yeah.
Because I think like even in a saturated market, like I think there's just sometimes like a natural correction of things where if it's like too much of the same stuff, it's like, yeah, people are going to get bored. You know, I think like it's
like
sort of
Labubu dolls. Like just,
I don't know anything about those, man, but I stay away. I don't know. I don't know.
They were so big and now they're like, are they still even a thing?
Sure,
I don't know.
yeah.
It was like 6-month fad or something, but
I can't even speak to that. But like, I think generally, I would just say like, it's just a natural correction. And I think it's sort of forcing people to become either more creative or like, you know,
find something else.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even mean for it to sound like so blunt. I'm just saying like, you know, you can't make the same shit that's already been made and then expect it to like work out. You know, I feel like, if you're like actually trying to create things from the heart, I don't think you'll ever sort of like run into, like, I guess I won't run into like, I try not to buy into this whole thing of like, oh, the market's down. It's like, yeah, I mean, like the world is fucked right now, you know? So it's like, it's just people don't have as much like money to like spend, you know? So it's like, I guess you just have to earn every sale that much more,
yeah,
you know? And like really stick out from the crowd.
Yeah, I think it's still appreciated, but I think just...
Absolutely.
Yeah, things are weird right now.
Yeah.
Especially with the big 3i Atlas coming to us closest to the Earth or closest to us right now.
What is that?
At this moment.
I'm sorry, I have no idea.
3i Atlas, nobody knows about it. It's a big comet.
Enlighten me. I have no idea.
It's this big, giant, third ever interstellar object that is passing by us right this second, like 11:44 global time today.
Okay.
So I think that's like right about sometime around now.
Sure. Yeah.
But I won't bore you with that. It could be the end of the world tomorrow.
I mean, this
could be the last interview ever on the stash, but we will see. But yeah, so what's a normal day for you look like? Do you get up early? Do you work late?
I like these days, they're honestly pretty packed. I spend a lot of like the majority of the time, like the majority of the week, like first 3 days of the week, I'm at the hot shop from like, 9 to 5. And then I'm doing like, I work like yesterday was 9 to 5, got home, made myself like a snack and then went to the shop and worked till like 1 a.m.
Damn.
Not every day is like that. I think like the other half of the week, like days like today, I'll like, I don't know, go on a walk in the morning, go to the gym, do something like good for your like head,
and then still going.
Yeah. And for sure. Look, I try to do something creative like every day,
that's
at
good.
least like keep the wheels going. But I try not to stress about like, I didn't show up to the shop today or whatever. It's ultimately in the grand scheme of things, one day won't matter. You know? So if you just remain consistent, I feel like that's
consistency
my general,
is the key.
Yeah.
So what other stuff do you do to balance your life out? I know you snowboard.
I do snowboard a little bit. Although I get kind of scared. I don't want to hurt my hands.
Yeah.
It's like if I hurt my hands, I'm fucked. But
I feel like someone got stuck when we all went out last time. There was like...
That was probably me.
Was it you?
Yeah, I think it was me.
Somebody got stuck in the deep snow.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Because sometimes I get a little ambitious with like the glades and stuff. And then I'm like, shoot, I'm in some powder now. I can't get out.
Yeah. That's exhausting when you get stuck.
I think that day I had to like take off my snowboard, like jam it into the ground and just sort of like try to like lift myself out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, for sure.
So any other healthy things? You go to the gym, go for walks.
Yeah. I mean, the walks are just good for like clearing my head and like thinking about stuff. I'll generally like, I'll like throw my phone on like airplane mode or something and then just listen to like an album that I want to listen to or like something like that. Like,
nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just try to like appreciate things more attentively,
Do you meditate at all? Or are you too young for that?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've tried it.
Yeah.
I don't know how effective it is for me. Maybe it is like a
subconscious.
I don't know what to attribute it to. I feel like I think way too much, and I think like sometimes if I'm just walking around, that can be like a form of meditation in a sense where it's like, because I don't think like forcing myself to shut off my brain works, but if I'm stimulated elsewhere, I think it sort of like quiets down a lot of like, I think being introspective is good, but I think there is also like a line where you can get to where it's like, oh, I'm thinking just for the
I've
sake
heard
of
that
thinking.
some people feel that way.
Yeah.
Like this comedian was like, yeah, when I'm in New York City and I'm like down in the streets and everything's going on, it's when his mind like is the most quiet.
Interesting.
Yeah, because he's just so much going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's like going to be a lifelong battle, though. You know?
Yeah, I think it's good just to like practice controlling your mind.
Yeah,
like it's hard, and it's
Definitely.
like, what's the point of not thinking about anything for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And then you have a thought, and you gotta like.
I mean,
let
that's
it go.
so challenging.
It's
I tried
hard,
like
yeah.
whenever I've tried like not thinking, which is like a kind of oxymoronic in its own. It's like I don't know. I feel like 5 minutes is like a pretty good. Like I'll just like lay down in bed and like just try, you know.
Yeah, 5 minutes is a good start for sure.
Yeah. If I can land 5, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. When I do that, it's like interesting to see how long 10 minutes feels. Cause some days it's
an
like feels,
eternity,
well,
dude.
some days it feels like I'm like trying not to check my phone and like, did I even set my timer?
Yeah.
And then some days it just kind of like flies by quickly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Is that something you do? Like
I try to, yeah. I think it's helpful for me, just to kind of like, I don't know, like quiet my mind. And then sometimes I'll get like good ideas or good thoughts coming in like right after. Sometimes I'll write them down and go back to it.
I think the one thing that really shuts my mind off is blowing glass, though. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love about glass is
it fully turns it off.
Yeah, like you have to be like focused in on what you're doing.
Definitely.
If you want it to like work out.
Definitely.
I enjoy that. What about AI? Are you have you heard of that yet?
I am so scared of that
Are
stuff,
you?
man. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have chat on your phone?
No, I don't use
really?
it. No, I don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, that stuff scares me, man. I'm sure there's like some utilitarian, like I'm sure there's some usefulness to it, but like I try to keep that shit as far away from me as I can. Some about it. I can't like verbalize what I'm trying to say, but I just don't trust it on like a spiritual level, you know?
No, it straight up lies, dude. Like if you ask chat if Donald Trump was shot in the ear or a bullet grazed his ear, it will say no, nothing happened. There was no stories about it. He did not go to Pennsylvania. Like
these things are like algorithms. They're algorithms, correct? Right?
Well, I think they scour the internet and kind of compile all the information, but I guess they can be programmable because this is like, if you ask chat that question, it will just deny it to the end.
I mean, my thing is like, this thing didn't create itself organically. And I find a lot of people to be untrustworthy. Yeah. So just off that notion, I'm pretty out like from the jump.
I know.
I don't know.
It's helpful for like organizing thoughts and questions and stuff like that. You just talk into it.
Like I said, I'm sure there's some utilitarian aspect to it, but like in the way I've sort of like assembled my life, I think it's pretty AI free, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Until you're late for the party and everybody's on it. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I have no idea.
If it doesn't destroy itself before that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. If you had a blank check to upgrade your studio, what would be the first thing you would buy?
Probably a Litton HSJ.
Oh,
long bed.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Fit tells me I should get for if I'm going to get
The long beds are hard to find. I don't think there's many out there.
Oh, wait. You got a long bed, don't you?
I have a long lathe.
A long lathe. Okay.
Well, it's specifically like the HSJ model is like my favorite that Litton's ever made because it's like the bore size of the head and tail stock are just massive. So you can like fit your hands through there, not worry about like changing like putting boots on. I always like whenever I'm working, it always happens to be like on the most crucial moves too. I'll like forget to put a boot on like the lathe, and then I'm just having to like sort of like wrestle my hand in there, try to get it
while it's moving.
Yeah. No, it's kind of, so yeah, that would probably be my first.
A lathe, yeah.
Yeah.
What are they running these days?
I mean, it depends where you buy it, but I would imagine somewhere from like 10 to 20,000.
10 to 20.
Yeah. I mean, they're like one of my shopmates has this lathe that's like, I think was used on like the Manhattan Project. It's like, it's crazy how how long these things are like.
What do you mean? Like
it was used in like the chemistry department during, I hope I'm not like misquoting that.
Want to smoke what I'm smoking on? Well, we're going to be sampling WNC CBD's top shelf THCA flower live here on the podcast. Real results, real reviews, real stoned. New flavors hit every week, and the flower is straight up premium. I'm telling you. No dispensary markups, no dry herb, no nonsense. Go to WNCCBD.com and use code STASH25 for 25% off your order. Look at those nugs.
But I'm like, not like,
Is the Manhattan Project, was that like a bomb or something?
No, I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm saying it was better. It's better now that it's getting used to make like cool bombs and shit.
Where is this lathe?
It's at the Portal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my homies
It's
has
got
it.
some.
It's got some interesting history, but like I'm more just bringing that up because I feel like these days like technology or like everything seems to be like cheaply made, where like these are just huge robust machines that are like from World War II times and they're just still going.
Yeah. Do they make them new anymore? Littons?
I feel like Ryan Fitt would probably be a better person to ask. Or like my friend Andrew Serdo. He's like super.
Yeah,
they
builds them.
Yeah,
and then
he's
unbuilds them, cleans them. Like
he's
the
really
gun
talented
freaks that puts some old parts out, polishes them.
But I think they just went to that, like, a few people just went to that, like, Litton symposium.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the state of the company is, but I imagine they're probably just going to shift to, like, refurbing and, like, sort of fixing up old machines or, like, existing machines. But I can't even imagine how expensive it is to, like, produce a lathe. You know,
these days, yeah.
Especially if you're trying to do it out of like, I imagine they're like cast steel or something. But like,
I would imagine.
But like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes aluminum lathes, they're like obviously they're more inexpensive to produce. But I'm curious of their longevity.
Yeah,
you know,
I bet
especially if you like hit a bunch of heat or hit it with a lot of heat over time. I wonder if like the beds can warp.
I've heard
things like that.
I think some aluminum ones can.
Not to like throw any shade on that or anything. I'm just like
fuck aluminum.
No, well, like aluminum inherently, I feel like is a weaker.
Yeah, it's like this can right here.
Sure, yeah.
Just crush it in my hand. So what about investments? Do you have any of those?
Yeah, definitely. I try to keep.
What are you into these days? Bitcoin?
Just some crypto shit. But I'm not like a meme coin guy or any of that stuff. I just buy it and hold it and hope for the best. I feel like all that stuff is sort of like a gamble inherently. I'm not going to pretend like I know a whole lot of shit. I just feel like if I put money to the side and I get some yield on it, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
You know?
You've been getting some yield off of your crypto?
Right now it's down. So down. But like, yes, over time I'm still in the green.
Oh, that's good. What kind of currencies are you investing in?
I think right now,
Bitcoin.
I hope nobody takes this as like advice, but I think I have like Ethereum and XRP and a little bit of Bitcoin. But that's
exactly what I have too.
That's all I got. I don't know. That's what feels right. Though. I cannot.
When did you buy XRP?
I don't know. Probably like a year ago.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you're probably doing okay on that.
It did well. It did well. Yes. I'm thankful for that. But it could. Sorry, not to cut you off, but it like could completely tank. You know. So
that's what happened the first time I invested into it. I invested at the top.
How long ago did you do it?
Well, it was probably like I don't know, a while ago, like 6 or 7 or 8 years ago or something like that. But then I bought kind of at the top, and then it like dropped 75%, and then it kind of just
all this shit is so tricky, man. Yeah. I don't know. I just like it felt like kind of a right move to make.
Yeah, it's a good investment, I guess. I've never like cashed out. I don't know how to like cash out of it. I just keep putting money in, and it goes up and then drops. And I don't know. What about gold?
I don't have any. I feel like right now is probably I can't decide. Like I feel like it's at its all-time high right now.
It's all-time high. It's like 4Gs.
But is it even? I mean, it's like they're not making any more of it. So
I guess not.
Is it? When is a bad time to buy? I don't see it dropping in price anytime.
Yeah. I just started collecting gold and silver.
Yeah.
Silver too.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the route I'll go.
Start with silver.
Yeah, maybe. Or no, start with probably
gold.
Gold or something. You know,
so expensive, dude. I bought like a little like pellet. Yeah, and it's like
I mean, I definitely do
$200.
like putting money to the side, though. I don't like, I
You
try
like
to
to
live.
save?
Yeah. I like to live as, if I can, below my means, and then just save.
Smart.
Save. Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Do you handle all your own business
Yeah.
side of it?
Yeah. I just,
It's like half
wear
the
all
battle
hats.
almost sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, do I wish I could have somebody do that? Yeah, but then also like,
Got to get an AI personal assistant.
no,
They
I
run
mean,
it.
honestly, like the ins and outs of what I'm doing business wise is not like complicated.
Yeah.
A handful of YouTube videos can probably solve like most of the issues I have. Like whether it be like creating an LLC or like stuff like that. It's all really simple.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Just time consuming.
Yeah.
I guess.
The one thing I do is I try to like, I have like, I separate everything like between business and personal accounts.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And then I just like put like, I don't know, like 30% of whatever I get paid every time I get paid into like a savings account.
Really?
Yeah.
That
And
is
then you're
so
just
good.
ready for tax time,
Okay. Oh.
which fuck taxes, but I also
Yeah,
don't want to
fuck
get audited,
taxes.
so.
Yeah. Well, if you run your own business, pretty much like everything is a write-off, right? Kind of.
I don't know.
That's what I hope.
That seems tricky. I feel I hope the IRS is not listening to that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh. What's one thing the community doesn't know about you? Any secret skills or hobbies? Are you?
One thing they don't know about me. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'm like. I try to keep a lot of stuff that I do like private, like whether it be
Okay.
like I don't talk about like working out. Like that's only because we were just talking about like what my day is like. But I try not to make it like a. I try not to make it like a thing of my personality, rather just like a thing I do.
It's important though. It's good to help.
I sort of like I like keeping a lot of things private,
Okay.
in the sense of like I don't really feel the need to like outwardly show that like
You're working out.
I'm lifting today. It's
Like gym post.
Yeah. It's just not for me, But to answer your question, what am I into?
Do you read books at all?
Yeah, I just read, No Time Like the Present to go back and read 1984 again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was the most recent one.
Wow.
Because I feel like I was like, I don't know, a little too dumb to like grasp it in high school when they actually like made us read it in school. So I think I got a little more out of it this time. Ultimately,
What's your take? What do
he
you
was
think?
right.
Yeah.
He was totally
Is it
right.
happening right now?
Yeah, man, 100%.
Right in front of our eyes.
Yeah. But yeah, I like reading all sorts of books. Like, I read like the book I read before that was like, I'm sure a bunch of people have read this, but it's like the what is it called? The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's like a really interesting book, sort of like self-help, if you will, but it's more of like analyzed. It's like a Q&A format. So he sort of speaks from like an unawakened perspective and then an awakened perspective, and he sort of answers the questions of like, sort of like talking to your past self in a sense.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
What's the name of that book? Power of Now?
The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. My older brother put me onto that one.
Sounds interesting.
That was a good one. Definitely made me like reanalyze a lot of like things that go on internally,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being self-aware is very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, a lot of people aren't really.
Sure,
It's good to work on that.
Yeah. I'm sure I have a lot of blind spots that I'm not aware of, It's like,
It just comes with time. and
yeah, with time I'll
perspective.
figure them out, and they'll sort of present themselves to me, and then if they don't, I'm fucked, I guess.
What about branding? Do you put any thought? Do you have like a website or anything? Or?
I did have a website. I took it down. It wasn't, I don't know. Most of the sales I get anyway are like, I made this whole big cartel, and then people were just still hitting me up to buy things on Instagram. So I was just like, if I do anything like that, it'll probably be like portfolio based, maybe like just sort of like show off what I can. But no, I kind of just want the work to speak for itself. I don't really, I guess I myself am the brand, but I try not to think of it as like a brand, more just like these are projects and ideas that I'm trying to get out of my head. And if you like the vision, support.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's kind of the way I like to keep it,
have you had a studio injury that you learned
I'm not
from?
very superstitious, but I hope not, man.
These are bad questions.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think at like the hot shop, I've been like, cutting my hands and stuff, and like, like hot pipes hurt, just burns, cuts. Thankfully, nothing too gnarly.
Dude, we used to wild out in the hot shop when I first started.
Really?
I remember my friend Paul had his studio opening. We were taking gathers out of the furnace and just like whipping them as far as we could over all these power lines. Like,
wait, what? Like, for
like
what?
He was in this, just out in the back of his shop.
Just to have fun.
Yeah, we'd
kind of
like
thing?
rip them
Holy
and like,
shit, that's like some CKY stuff. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Yeah, did you ever hurt yourself doing that?
Probably, but I can't really remember.
Relatively unscathed.
On the, actually, I just burnt my hand in Argentina.
Ouch.
I was blowing glass outside and I couldn't really see the flame, and I had my bracelet on right here, so my plastic bracelet like melted to my hand.
Oh no.
Didn't really get burnt there.
Yeah, how was that? I noticed you were out there.
It was great. It was really awesome. Yeah, it was
How'd you get connected
incredible.
with like a crew of people out in Argentina?
They hit me up a while ago and started buying some work, and then we just kind of got put in touch with some people here in Colorado. Mm-hmm. And it's the Wolfpack. It's this exceptional group of people out there, and they just opened up this big gallery. We did a demo out there.
Yeah. That looked awesome.
It was pretty sick. It's pretty
Definitely
high quality. So what are you working on right now? You got a piece in the oven? Or?
Yeah, I'm making like a commission for someone. It's like with this new color Ion from Molten Aura.
Okay, that's that gray kind of.
No. Ion is like basically the Illuminati replacement.
Oh, okay, Ion.
I guess.
Ion, yeah.
Sure. It's like I would love to like. I wonder if it's actually like radioactive. If you could put like a Geiger counter to it, see if it would do anything. I doubt it would.
Yeah,
but, like
I think the old Half-Life. Do you remember Half-Life?
No.
It was.
I remember Corning had that uranium.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, uranium. Because Snick, he did a show at my gallery, and he used this glass that he said was like uranium glass, and he made it all in Japan, like 100 miles from Fukushima.
Interesting.
And I think he was saying it was like it would set off a Geiger.
No way. Okay,
Yeah.
so there is some validity.
I think the uranium glass does that.
I just sure. The project I'm working on, it's kind of funny. Like I get so excited to cool the piece down, like between steps, and just like hit it with the black light, because I'm like, how on earth is this thing like glowing this hard? It's crazy.
Yeah, Ion, it glows pretty hard.
It's ridiculous. Like
Really?
I put it up against like the old Illuminati stuff, and it's like the same, if not slightly brighter.
Wow.
I feel like, yeah.
Okay, I got to get
Pretty
some
crazy.
of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So when you were telling me earlier, when you do your tile cutting, like you are kiln fusing those together.
Yeah. I was like chip stacking them before, to make like that link pattern that I've been making, and then one of my friends just turned me on to like how cool fusing was, and then it's obviously there's like sort of like minute details you have to work out, and there's like a lot of cold working. I feel like with chip stacking, you can kind of force things into place a little more. I feel like the margin for error is kind of small with the fusing stuff, but it's really, really cool. Like, because I can get these like really, really like long flat panels that I can then just roll up into a section.
And then sleeve those.
Yeah, like sleeve them inside and out.
Inside and out. Okay.
Yeah, I've been like pulling down, like, say I have to sleeve something that's like 20 mil, I'll blow it up from like a 12/7 rod, so it's like a millimeter thick.
Wow.
So then I just do inside first, lap the raw surface, and then sleeve it again on the outside.
Very cool.
Just so there's like, ideally I would like to have like, I want the end section to be like no more than 3 millimeters thick.
Yeah.
So, and then generally like work them to whatever size I kind of want them to be at the end,
And who did you see that someone else doing that technique before?
Yeah, I think like a lot of my just like bouncing ideas off of friends and stuff, I've sort of just arrived at this. Like I said, my friend put me on to fusing. This is not like something that I found.
Yeah.
But I like he kind of turned me loose on that, and it's just like another rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what are you listening to in the shop when you're working?
All sorts of shit. I've been changing it up a lot. Like some days it's like really heavy, like jungle breakbeat stuff. And then other days it's like Deftones or like some rock or like metal stuff. And then lately I've been going back and listening to like Roy Ayers' Ubiquity or like Marvin Gaye or like all these like soulful, like, yeah. I'm trying to like go back.
They don't make them like they used to.
I fear that is the truth. I mean, there are definitely some people that still have like a newer, I don't know how new he is per se, but like this guy, Jalen Nyanda, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but has like a very like Marvin Gaye sort of like very soulful
Some new modern.
Yeah. But cool. Sort of like derivative of like the old sort of like soulful kind of music.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. It's like a however I'm feeling kind of thing.
That's how I am too.
I bounce around all areas.
Do you listen to podcasts too at all? Or?
Every now and again, honestly, these days, not really. If there's like somebody I'm really interested in listening to, like lately, I have been listening to interviews with this journalist I really like, Whitney Webb, but that's like the one, like, and that sort of covers like dystopian, like AI shit. So yeah. She's really interesting. I like her work a lot, but yeah, no, I had like a whole like comedy podcast thing going there for a while, but I felt like I just wanted to switch it up. You know, I'm sure I'll make my way back there, you know, but
that's how I go too.
Yeah, I try not to stay like in one thing for too long, you know?
Yeah. Do you go see comedy at all? Do you like?
Yeah, I go to the Comedy Works.
Really?
Like, I like doing that as opposed to like listening to a podcast, you know? Yeah, like a couple of friends and I went and saw like last year, I think I saw like Joe List, Sam Talent.
Okay. I
saw David Tell there too.
I saw Sam Talent at the Comedy Works too. Just like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, we must have been the same weekend.
Actually, I think I saw like Coons in front of us.
Oh no, that's what I went with. Yeah.
Yeah, I went with Calvin and
okay,
Vincent.
yeah, I was at that show. That's so funny. Oh my god. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, David Tell was hilarious there. He's great. He pulled out like the recorder, did his whole like recorder bit.
Nice. I just saw him in Austin a few weeks ago.
Nice. Yeah. Very funny guy.
Yeah. Well, what other, you got any advice for any young up and coming glassblowers out there?
I feel like I'm still figuring this out, but I feel like the North Star is always just try to like, just be like super honest about what you're making and why you're making it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this is going to be an endless pursuit for me of like, you know, of like constantly reevaluating what I'm making and why I like making it. But that's my only, like, that's my North Star right now. It's just create things from the heart, and then that's
really cool. I just one of my friends, Roberto in Argentina, he came up with this formula, and it's to how to figure out what your purpose is. And it's this like mathematical equation. And I gotta get a picture of it again, but it was really like, you ask yourself, why am I doing anything at all? Right. And it's like, you answer this equation and you kind of like come up with your interest or your purpose. I'm going to go more into that later, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's important, dude.
Just constantly being honest.
True to yourself.
That's it. Just honest with yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that matters, I feel like, you know?
Yeah. Then you won't regret, you know, if you're lying to yourself for your life, and then
it's also
wake up
like
one
an
day.
opportunity to just like I kind of like, I think sometimes like the sort of like mental reevaluation gets like a bad rap because it's like I gotta work on this, but I sort of just look at it as like I get to work on this, like this is like a new thing that I get to improve on, as opposed to like looking at it as like a chore, you know? Because it's like I mean, I don't know. I just want to be the best guy that I can be, you know, whether it be on the torch or just like to my friends, to my family.
That's awesome.
That's all. So I'm just trying to be honest and like not too, I'm also like super open to people criticizing me. I think that's like super duper important, you know, like, because you can only get so far by yourself. I feel like you need outside input constantly to like, there's so many blind spots, you know, like, how are you to discern something you're blind to, you know?
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, there's a balance to that too, because it is important, I think, to really not be concerned with what other people think sometimes too.
definitely.
I mean, there's a balance,
Sure,
you know,
yeah,
it's like
it's
being
definitely a line.
self-aware and being aware of your actions and what you're doing.
I certainly think that mentality I just described can definitely be poisonous at a certain point if you go too far off the edge.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Trying to please everybody and like,
Right.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you got a good head on your shoulders, and I'm really excited to see where your work goes over the next few years.
Thanks, man. I'm pretty stoked about it too. You know, I feel like even though things feel kind of doom and gloom on Instagram isn't real. And
No,
if
it's
you just,
not.
Like,
You're
real
smart.
life is pretty great. You
Yeah.
know? Like we get to show up to the shop and make all these like.
We're blessed.
Yeah,
dude.
man. I can't. I refuse to see it another way.
Yeah.
You know? I refuse.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel pretty lucky. Even on the worst days, man, I'd rather be doing this than doing something else that I just
think about
don't
that
like.
all the time, man. I mean, like, even when you asked me at the beginning of like, well, it's like, do you want $100,000 in debt or do you want to go try out making glass? It's like, that's a pretty easy choice if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know, at least if
When you put it that way.
Sure. Yeah. That was literally the choice I had.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, of course I'm going to go for this.
Yeah,
you
be
know?
on debt and having to like pay off your debt and work at a job you might not even stay at your whole career.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that there's anything like, I think we give up a lot or sacrifice a lot in the pursuit of like making glass making, you know, like some months you're like, wow, I want to go take a vacation. And then other months you're like, I got to tighten up, you know, but it's like, you know, you may not get the consistency per se of like what a job might offer, but I feel like I like the person that I am doing what I do. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like a pretty reassuring sign of, you know, that I'm on the right track to say for, you know.
It's a good way to spend your life.
Yeah.
Doing what you love.
Right.
Awesome, dude. Well, yeah, dude. Thank you for coming in and sharing your story with us.
Yeah.
Do you have any big collabs or shows coming up that we can plug?
I had a show in July at Explore Gallery. That was awesome.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man. I love that guy. But no, right now the next big thing is I'm gonna go TA for a friend at Penland for 2 months.
Nice.
So this is gonna be full glass.
2 months
out in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
When is that?
Starts I gotta be in North Carolina at the end of February.
Oh, cool.
And it's for Andrew Serdo's class. So if anybody's thinking about taking that, you should definitely
nice. There you go. If you guys want to learn how to use the lathe and
it's like a sculptural focus.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sculptural. So all the tiles and
it's him teaching. I'm just TAing, but I'm gonna be like I'm just excited to like be able to.
Is he gonna be working on a lathe over there?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I'll know Serdo. His stuff is crazy.
Yeah,
so
definitely. That's like the only thing I got coming up right now.
Definitely.
To keep it pretty.
Sounds like a good class.
Definitely.
Cool, man. Well, thank you again for coming in, and check out Renzo Ferruzo on Instagram and see what he's been up to.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time on The Stash. Bye. All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Robertson Stash podcast. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you want to support us, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, we want to hear from you. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach out. Hit the website, hit the link. We'll see you next time.